I don't know if Eric Bischoff had to do anything with this episode of SmackDown Live, but at least it was different. I mean, we have a new CM Punk, and then we actually got to find out who's Aleister Black's opponent.
It's me, Cesaro! I'm going to face Aleister Black!
What's the point of having that in your mouth during a promo when you're wearing a suit? What is the point, Cesaro? Buddy, honey, what is the point? We even got the Intercontinental Championship on SmackDown, I'm shocked. And that's basically like the Undertaker streak being broken. But let's be honest, it was kind of a one-segment show. Other than that, it was pretty lackey, and I don't think we really cared. So, let's try to analyze the extravaganza of SmackDown Live.
Gotta make Roman look really strong.
The best in the world!
Welcome to another episode of Greatness of SmackDown. So like I've said, it was an interesting episode. It was something different, and hopefully, like, when at the beginning of the show, Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley destroyed the stage, we knew it had something to do with Paul Heyman. So this time, I would hope that the beginning of the show had to do something with Eric Bischoff, because it was very different and I actually really liked it. So the show opens with Dolph Ziggler arriving at the arena, and he rants about carrying Kevin Owens like he carried WWE for the past decade. Kevin Owens comes out in a car and they argued, and this led to Kevin Owens punching Dolph Ziggler in the face. We got a brawl until a bunch of superstars came out and broke it up. Shane McMahon also appears, and he says that the Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens match tonight is off and Kevin Owens is banned from the arena. Kevin Owens runs in from the crowd and he cut an amazing promo, people. That was the Kevin Owens pipe bomb. He basically talked about how the McMahon family promised a change, but the only thing that has changed is Shane McMahon getting more power, and no one wants to see that. Owens says this is the biggest load of crap he's ever seen in a WWE. Shane McMahon cuts Kevin Owens' mic off. He picks up the announcer's headset and says how Shane McMahon disrespects every performer ever. He's taking TV time from talent like Apollo Crews, Asuka, Buddy Murphy, Aleister Black. Kevin Owens leaves through the crowd as a thank you Owens chant breaks out. That was something, people. That was something. And knowing Eric Bischoff, I feel like it was his idea, you know. Eric Bischoff always loved blurring the lines between reality and wrestling, and I appreciate that. That was really great. It reminded me of SmackDown in 2016, you know, some real stuff. And he was telling the truth, you know, everything that the fans are complaining about, Kevin Owens said right here. The only difference between this and the pipe bomb was probably less scripted. This was completely scripted. Maybe it's not an issue, you know, it was still entertaining, who cares? But what it says to me is that WWE do realize what they're doing wrong. It's not like they're putting Shane McMahon on television for an hour every week and they don't know what's wrong with that. They absolutely know what's wrong with that. Just like Kevin Owens said, he's taking TV time from everyone and WWE is basically horrible at the moment. So WWE do realize that, and they said that through Kevin Owens. I've said that before, that I didn't really like Kevin Owens after the return. It kind of flopped. Now, what we have right now with Kevin Owens is amazing. This Kevin Owens should be the WWE champion, not what we had with Kevin Owens versus Kofi Kingston. That Kevin Owens sucked. This Kevin Owens needs to be the WWE champion. You can do a lot in just a couple of weeks when it comes to talent. It took 2 weeks to build Kevin Owens, and it took 1 week to build Kofi Kingston back in the day. We got Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura. It was decent, you know. I don't know, nothing too special, but it was decent, you know, a big rivalry in NXT. Nakamura delivers a Kinshasa on the floor as the referee counts again. Balor makes it back just in time. Nakamura continues the beatdown on the floor, sending Balor into the barrier and the steel ring steps. Nakamura leaves Balor laying as the referee counts. Balor once again makes it back in the ring at 9 count. Nakamura immediately delivers a Kinshasa for the pin to get the non-title victory. So Shinsuke Nakamura won the match. He's back on track, and before the match started, he also said, no more tag team, singles, something like that. So basically, he's going to be a singles competitor right now, and that's great for the guy because he's one of these people who I was supposed to be pretty much the next face of SmackDown, but he got buried so much to the point that he was in a tag team with Rusev. You guys know that Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor, in my mind, are two of the most overrated talent we have right now. Like, I know they're good, they're not that good in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Shane McMahon, Elias, and Drew McIntyre are backstage. Shane promises to make Cedric Alexander pay for getting involved in his business last night. Dolph Ziggler interrupts and he says he's not happy with Shane taking away his chance. Shane says he has a different opportunity in mind, and he announced that we are getting Dolph Ziggler versus Roman Reigns, and they will be ringside to support Dolph Ziggler. I don't know, it sounded pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Ziggler in the main event against Roman Reigns, I don't know, decent, something different. It was also interesting seeing Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler interacting, because these two were a tag team. Then Drew McIntyre betrayed him, but now Dolph Ziggler doesn't care. It's weird, but you know, I wish they said something about this partnership. I'm not sure if they did, but I wish the commentary actually, reminded people that Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler have a history. Joe is sitting in a dirty room and he's talking about how he's winning the WWE Championship, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. It's time for the contract signing for the women's title match on Sunday. Oh dude, I cannot, people. I don't want to talk about it. If once a week I see Nikki Cross's entrance, that's one entrance too much. I don't want to see it. I gotta be honest, every time I see the entrance, I close my eyes or skip it because I'm not watching WWE live. That's the magic, people. No commercials and no Nikki Cross's entrances. And by the way, what's up with Nikki Cross's accent? It wasn't like that a few weeks ago. All of a sudden, she has a very strong accent, and I don't understand why. Anyway, she says that Alexa Bliss is a great friend, and now both of us will be the SmackDown Women's Champions. We got Carmella versus Nikki Cross, in which Nikki Cross obviously won the match. The question is, do you care or do I need to continue? Because I don't think so. We got the Kabuki Warriors and the Iconics backstage. They wanted a title shot, but of course, Billie Kay is sick. Paige slaps the crap out of her and says that at one point or another we are going to take your championships. When I said that WWE does not need women's tag team championships, people didn't believe in me. Look at these championships now. Apologies are accepted. Like you can apologize in the comments if you want. Yeah, Big E and Xavier Woods talk about tonight's triple threat match, and they get interrupted by Daniel Bryan and Roman. Bryan says the fans are booing him, but they should be booing the New Day. Bryan criticizes the New Day for not taking the title seriously. They exchange words until Tucker and Otis of Heavy Machinery interrupt, and it was basically, I'm going to win anyway. We got Otis versus Daniel Bryan versus Xavier Woods, a pretty entertaining match. Like I've said, Daniel Bryan and Xavier Woods works for me. It's always entertaining. We forget how great of a wrestler Xavier Woods, definitely one of the most underrated talent in the WWE. But at the end of the match, Otis catches Woods with his, I feel like, finisher. He hit a big slam and he won the match. So Otis won the match. Would I like seeing them as the tag team champions? Yes, but since Kofi Kingston is the WWE champion, I would love to see all of them as champions. Like Kofi Kingston is the WWE champion and these two are the tag team champions. I don't know how they didn't use that opportunity yet, but hopefully this is something that we are going to see. I don't really care that much, but I mean, why not? Aleister Black is backstage and there's no one. Absolutely no one until we see a man in a suit, and it turns out to be Cesaro. We all knew that because we got a bunch of rumors of Cesaro being the Aleister Black's first opponent. Apparently his debut didn't even matter at all. Like, he was a biggest babyface with Ricochet. That never happened. Never happened. It's going to be a debut. I don't know, I guess it's good. I don't care about Cesaro versus Aleister Black. It's pretty obvious that Aleister Black is going to win. Cesaro is just there to build other talent, unfortunately. But then again, we know how much of a great wrestler Cesaro is, so I'm ready for a very entertaining match. And of course, we got Roman Reigns versus Dolph Ziggler. Before the match starts, Shane McMahon, Drew McIntyre, and Elias come out to be at ringside, and Shane gets his best in the world introduction. It was a pretty good match. I liked it, the way Dolph Ziggler sold Roman Reigns' moves, just beautiful. I mean, that's why I love watching Dolph Ziggler in the ring. I think we got a few distractions, but it didn't really take away from the match. Ziggler hits a zigzag on Roman Reigns for the 2 count, and then he wanted to super kick him, but Roman Reigns dodges it and hits the Superman punch for a 2 count of his own. Surprisingly, Dolph Ziggler didn't lose to a Superman punch. Roman Reigns hits a dive on Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, and Elias at ringside. Shane McMahon runs in the ring, but then Kevin Owens runs in and he hits the Stone Cold Stunner on Shane McMahon. Roman Reigns takes Ziggler back in the ring and hits the spear on him for the 3 count. So, pretty irrelevant episode of SmackDown, but it built Kevin Owens. If we could just watch 20 minutes of the show, amazing. Like Kevin Owens promo, what he did later in the show, I'm a fan of the guy again, great booking, and I hope it was actually something to do with Eric Bischoff, because like I've said, I got these vibes, blurring the lines between reality and wrestling. Love that. Dolph Ziggler match versus Roman Reigns was pretty good as well, but Roman Reigns wins the match, raises his hand, and that's the go-home show for SmackDown for Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Not a big fan of that. Am I excited for the pay-per-view? Kinda. I'm pretty sure we'll get a bunch of cool matches. Even Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, Baron Corbin, and Lacey Evans is going to be similar, in my opinion, to what we got at WrestleMania with Ronda Rousey, Kurt Angle, Stephanie, Triple H. So I'm excited about that one as well. But if these are your go-home shows, then it's kind of disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, let me know what you thought about this episode of SmackDown. Definitely better than Raw, hands down. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to support the channel, make sure to click that like button, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And as always, the great one, peace, love, and hugs.